came out this week that Euphoria is delayed indefinitely, right? So this is a wildly popular HBO show about, man, I guess when it started, they were teenagers, involved in drugs and all sorts of nefarious things. And so now it's delayed indefinitely because, I mean, if people aren't aware, the show is Sydney Sweeney, Zendaya, Coleman Domingo, Storm Reed, who just won an Emmy from The Last of Us last year. Coleman Domingo was nominated for Academy Award. So basically, they came out and saying, well, the quiet part they're not saying is because these are some of the most popular people in the world right now and so in demand, we're giving them a chance to pursue other things. So who knows if this actually will ever happen again?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I mean, I felt like they were saying that out loud in terms of what
Yeah,
I've read. There were a few articles and so on. So depending on what you read, they were saying, well, go ahead and pursue other projects. For a lot of these actors, at least to my understanding, Euphoria was the launch pad sort of for their career. Not for Zendaya, but she was already famous from
yeah,
other
she
stuff.
was in a lot.
But Sydney Sweeney and so on. It's interesting. Have you watched Euphoria? I have watched
I've
Euphoria.
never seen Euphoria actually.
Um, I'm not going to recommend it to you. I have no idea if you'd like it at all. I have very mixed experiences with Euphoria. Like when it was first coming out, I thought, okay, I'll check out this new HBO show, and I felt like a grumpy old man at first. I was like weirdly, I don't know, it made me really uncomfortable. And after some time passed, I went and gave it another shot and managed to get into the right kind of headspace where I could watch it and enjoy it without thinking like kids today all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, and like who knows are the real youth like the youth on Euphoria? This is probably it's overblown at least. Um, I actually wrote about the second season. That was an interesting experience for me because as I went through it, I was never quite sure if I enjoyed it, if I liked it, or what to
Yeah.
say about it. It's really weird too in terms of the because you would think, oh well, all sorts of people watch Euphoria, and indeed, if you would get on Twitter at the time, there'd be all sorts of people talking about it, but in a way that was very, I want to say almost gossipy or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to approach it with my kind of, critical, thoughtful lens of what's going on in the show, what is it saying, and I think by the time I got to the end of season two, I think I developed something of a line on it.
Yeah.
If you want to have any interest in going back and reading what I wrote on it. But then like I don't even know if I want to watch season three. So
Yeah.
it's a really weird show for me
Yeah.
in that way. But probably I will watch season three if it happens. I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to write on season three. There is a difference.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Um,
And I think it just has not been, it's certainly been on the periphery of my radar, knowing who was in it. But now just like sort of drilling into, man, this really is a strong cast. Maybe it's something that I give a shot before season three comes out. They say 2025 is still the goal. That's the goal for a lot of things right now. So we'll see if that actually happens.
yeah, just a little more on this. In terms of my understanding and some other things around it. So on the one hand, it seems like they're delaying season three um, in order to let people pursue other projects.
Mm,
Something like that has been said. On the other
yes.
hand, it kind of I got the impression that Sam Levinson is reconsidering or rethinking or rewriting what season three is going to be.
Okay.
So maybe there are previous plans, they're adjusting it on the writing level. There's going to be something of a time jump. It appears that they're no longer going to be in high school.
Mm,
There are various reasons that this makes sense, but also having seen season two, it really does make me wonder what they're going to do, and I'm curious about it. We also know that a couple of people who were previous in the cast will not be in season three.
mm.
Um, I don't have the name of the actor. One second. Um,
Do you have a sense of when season two aired? You remember what year it was?
Season two aired in 2022.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, Barbie Ferreira, who played Kat on the show, has previously said She's no longer going to be in it. Not doing it anymore. In terms of what they were doing with her character, I would say, okay. Um, I always really liked her character, so I don't know about that, and I don't know if the adjusted plans will. They could potentially change that. The other big one, though, the biggest one is Angus Cloud, who, of course, tragically um, died last year. It was
Yeah,
last year, but
right.
um, it wasn't terribly long ago, but that's the big one to me to think that okay, we're not going to have his character in the show anymore. It's a huge bummer, not just because, of course, of the real life tragedy of his death at such a young age, but in narrative terms, it was one of my favorite parts of the show.
No, I see. Okay.
So, what are they going to do? And it really seems like season 3 might be meaningfully detached with a time jump into the future, and I don't even know how much that story will connect to what we've seen previously. Obviously, it probably
Yeah.
will with regard to some of the main characters, but anyway, this is probably more than we needed to say about Euphoria. We'll see if and when we get it.